Hi, good people. Hi, TIs. Good morning. It's Sherry here, and I'm here with some free and valuable information. Hopefully, some information that helps you to benefit yourselves as well as others. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, my channel is called Sherry's Research and Reviews, where I mainly do research on various topics: psychology, technology, how they're correlated, programs, just kind of a lot of, I guess, deeper things you would call it. Uh, Okay, so that's part of my channel, and I also do reviews on like everyday consumer products, beauty and health, things for the hair and skin and body. Let's see, pet products, stuff like that. But then I also do, this is my series called Puzzles. Okay, and this is where I speak about my experience being a targeted individual and what that all entails. Okay, so for those of you who know already, we're gonna get into it. For those of you who don't know, I'll just tell you that targeted individual is an actual term that anyone, any citizen, any person who walks this earth can be labeled a targeted individual. What it basically means, and it's a real term, your name goes on a list, and it's kind of like a bullying program. So for whatever reason, doesn't take much, just the right call from the right person, and you are on a list, and you get bullied, which includes targeting, harassment, surveillance, you name it, basic bullying. But it's very intimidating because it's on a community scale. So, at school, when you get bullied at school, but then you go home and you're fine. Well, this program, you get bullied everywhere. It touches every area of your life: employment, neighborhood, businesses, libraries, schooling, everything. Okay, which is not hard to understand, seeing that we're moving more towards a global community, right? So, especially with the satellites and everything. Okay, but I talk about that in my advanced technology stuff. Right now, I'm going to do puzzles. So I'm going to talk about what I'm going through today as far as being targeted. Okay, so a day in the life of a targeted individual. And it's early. I haven't even gone to work yet. Okay, so it's already, basically it started last night. Okay, so usually with a targeting program is there's a money trail to it. So they don't just want to bully you. I believe and research has shown from other people who've been targeted and been able to prove it. What they do is many times they're running research and training programs, okay, for military, for private organizations, and they're testing things like technology, satellite-based technology, which is the goal of the new order, is to have everybody on hive mind. Okay, you guys seen that new thing by Elon Musk? He actually said it, or it was said, I have to pull up the article, but it was said that you're going to be able to live stream music into your head without an apparatus, without your phone directly into your head, but you'll need a chip to do that. Okay, that's because, and I've spoken about this in my other videos about technology, so you see how it all ties in. And I don't mean to be making any type of inappropriate symbolic hand gestures. I'm just trying to use my hands to emphasize things. So I'm not trying to throw up any signs or, you know what I mean, pledge my allegiance to anything. Okay, really. I don't have an all-seeing eye here. These barely. Okay, so just let's be clear. I do not endorse that, condone that at all. I serve the true God, and no others I can pledge my allegiance to. So, which is what, you know, 666 symbols and all that, you're, cult. Anyways, that's what it is. Say what it is. It's just like a marriage in real life. Sometimes you get married and you're like, oh, you're not the person I thought you were. Same things are, when you're pledging an allegiance to an organization. Be careful, because you're married to it. You can get out, you can get a divorce, but it's very hard. And in some cases, these organizations are so strong. They say the only way out is death, and but the true God I believe can release, or I know can get you out of any situation, any oath. But keep that in mind before you make it, and don't throw these symbols up so haphazardly. They're very serious, to the true God himself, because that's a sign of disrespect. If I were to throw up a sign 666, okay, now I'm disrespecting the true God who made me. Why would I do that? Why would I want to hurt the true God when he's only loved me? Disciplined me. He's disciplined me, but I've needed it, obviously, so it's all good, right? And he has that right. I digress. I'm getting onto a tangent here. My targeting. It all ties in, though. It really all ties in, So my targeting, what happens is you're usually experimented on, okay, and tortured. Also, it's a form of torture with advanced satellite-based technology, which are things like direct energy weapons. They even go through walls, just like internet. This phone right now, no cords, but obviously it's broadcasting this message far and wide. How is that? Do magic? No. through the power of electromagnetic frequencies. It's signal intelligence. It's sending a signal. Okay, same thing with the human brain and body. It can receive signals. These are energy weapons they use in the military. You know, they don't always have to go over to XYZ, wherever they want to target, you know, wherever they want to, whatever, do what they got to do. They can do it remotely by sending, you know, electromagnetic frequencies at a high levels. You know, you can damage human tissue, and you can affect the brain, thinking, kind of controlling. Okay, so anyways, I digress. When you're targeted, usually they're testing equipment on you, and they're also using it to torture you. So I have every reason to believe, and you know, this is every night, and I hear things in the attic, and I'm not like hearing things like, oh, I hear things, like I'm actually hearing it. So that would tell me that somebody has access. Now, who would have access? And this is, you know, a normal area, and I've lived in other places, same thing. So this program is scary in the fact that it targets you everywhere you go. Okay, so I don't know what program this is legal under, to sit there and run a machine on somebody. I can literally feel it. Anyways, TIs, I'll talk to you. When you feel the machine on you, it's hot. Like last night, they were running it high. My ears actually like fire up. My whole head is hot. You know, that can't be good. It's microwave. It's microwave energy. It's some type of frequency energy, and it hurts. Okay, so already I'm not in a good mood this morning. Can you imagine? My brain's been blasted all night. No, I'm not in a good mood already. I'm okay. I'm gonna make the best of it. Okay, but imagine this is my life. You know, and there's a dull ringing in my ear as well. It's hot, and there's a ringing and a pressure. It hurts. So anyways, I was taking a walk this morning, not doing any symbolism. Okay, sometimes I'm kind of nervous, so I kind of have a nervous baseline, so sometimes I'll be touching and scratching, and you know, but I am not doing symbolism. If you ever, any of my audience, if you ever feel that you catch me doing symbolism, or you want to ask me, please feel free to call me out on it, because I'm not trying to. I'm using my hands as they were given to me by the Creator. I have hands too. You know, people in the occult aren't the only ones who have hands. I have to use them to gesture. Otherwise, I can sit here and just not talk with hands too. But, you know, it's body language. But it's not symbolic. Okay? Again, if you feel that if anybody ever feels that I am, call me on it. I can promise you I am not. And if I am, I'm not doing it on purpose. Okay? I'm just trying to gesture. So, yeah. Anyway, so I was taking a walk this morning. I'll be real brief. Taking a walk. And I see already the perps are out. First thing I see is a cab. Remember, I told you that cabs are part of my targeting, because they're part of the Teamsters Union. So when somebody gets targeted, when you get labeled a targeted individual, a contract goes out on you. Okay, so a lot of people in different organizations get their hand in the pot to get part of it. Okay, and they're told to do this. It's not necessarily the workers, like it's not the cab drivers themselves that are coming up with this. They're told, they're given the order to, hey, drive past this block on this, you know, and honk the horn or whatever, make yourself known. Okay, and I've literally seen them like waiting for me. They'll be waiting at a stop sign, and it'll be their turn to go, and I'll be like, they will literally wait until I walk past to honk the horn or somehow get my attention, speed off. It's really, it's draining. You know, I don't mind. I'm kind of a private person. I'm social. You know, I'll how to say it. I don't mind sharing, but I feel like I share so much. Why do you want more? My quiet time is my quiet time. But that's part of this program, is to stress you out. You know, that's the whole point of it. It's torture. It's a form of torture. Take away your peace. So try to take away your peace. So anyways, I get up, and first thing I see is a cab. Now also too, in our jurisdiction over here, a lot of the cab companies have ties with politicians. So I'm sure that has something to do with it. You know, and that's, you know, so I don't blame the drivers. I don't blame anybody on the bottom. I wonder at the people at the top. What is your problem? Why are you sending these people? Why? What do you want? What do you want from me? You want to experiment on my brain all night? You did it. What else do you want? You're the one, you know, not being funny, but these people, they wear these suits, they go to Washington, they think they're big wigs, and, you know, we're so helpful, this and that. And a lot of them are, but some of them are not. And to run a program like this, to make money, it's human trafficking. You're darn sure making money off of doing that to my brain every night. Because revenge, not to be funny, but if you wanted revenge, that's real quick and simple and cheap. Just saying. Leave me alone. But of course, you know, You would think, too, with these people are so wicked acting, right? It's wicked to sit there and torture somebody and blast their brain, right? And they'll say this is they got it good. They talk a good game. They'll be like, oh, well, she did this. Meanwhile, they've done way worse on a way higher scale. You know what I mean? You don't know the stuff half of them do. Not all. People are people, no matter what their titles or positions. But some of them are running a game. A lot of politicians, too. It's easier, what do they say? It's easier for a camel to get through the eye of a needle than it is for a rich person to enter into heaven. You know, that's because money can be corrupting. Because of all these demonic, satanic energies surrounded by money. Because why? That's all that Satan and the demons have, is this world. Money. Money makes things go, right? So that's one of their tools, okay? That's why that was said. It kind of dawned on me the other day. I thought, maybe it's a good thing I don't have any money, because it can corrupt you. It's very hard to keep, imagine, I was thinking of some of the important people, some of the leaders that have a lot of money, and you just wonder if there's this much demonic energy at a lower level of targeting. Imagine when the higher up you get. Oh my goodness, some places, I'm not going to say anything, but some places seem like haunted houses. I wouldn't even want to live there. You know what I mean? Some of those like Capitol buildings and stuff, and you can tell they're built, they're built in certain fashion. It's like a whole occult city. So anyways, the good leaders that go there, they have a hard time. So who am I to any different, right? Why would they leave me alone? You would think that wicked people would target each other, right? Fight amongst themselves, and they do, because there's no honor among thieves. But they also target the rest of us, right? You figure like with pedophile rings and, human trafficking and murders and research and all this, you think, well, why did those people die? Were they bad people? Not all the time. Especially when it comes to like, say kids. They didn't do anything. A lot of times they're born into these, and die horrific, horrific deaths due occult, occult practices. What they do is shameful to even speak of, okay? So did kids do anything? Kids can be bratty, but did kids do anything to deserve to, the things that happen to them? No. So, why would I be any different if they're willing to hurt, children, babies, really innocent people? Why not me? You have to ask yourself, why me, but why not me, right? Why not me? I guess it's a good thing I know the Bible, so I have the mental strength to withstand this. So I've been up all night again. Excuse me. Brain blasting really gets me. But the true God restores. All right. So anyways, I'm taking a walk this morning, okay? And I'm, thinking of my day, and all of a sudden, I see, perps, that's their perpetrators. They're paid, and they're given the guise of citizen policing, a lot of different, some of the organized crime, they know what's up. No excuse. But there's some people who don't know. They're hired for citizen policing, and they're just citizen policing, and they're just given a target, a name, and a description, and told to drive by. Now, not being funny, but sometimes to get good people in on this program, they'll create a fake dossier, fake paperwork that says, hey, this person, we're targeting them because they're a prostitute, or they're a, what else, pedophile, they're a drug addict, they're a thief, they're promiscuous or whatever, through anything to smear your name, because that makes it easier to hurt you if they smear you first. But no. Okay, so which I'll get to this, right? So I'm seeing a whole bunch of perps already. Cabs, tow trucks, they're all part of the Teamsters. Remember, anything with transportation falls into the Teamsters Union. And some of the politicians, like I said, have their paws or their hands in that pot. They got to get the money. They're doing a service. They're not. They're part of human trafficking is what it comes down to. It's human trafficking. You're using a human for something to gain money. Okay, for testing or whatever. It's not the way you do justice. That's not the way you operate an investigation. That's no way is that legal. There's no way in heck these people can tell me that's legal. No, I don't care who. I don't care if the president said it. No offense, but no. There is an investigation because they would know. You get investigated. It's okay to blast somebody's brain. It's okay to sit and stalk them all day. No, if you got a question, if you got something, what? What is it? What do you want? Otherwise, back off. But no. It's demonic energy. Swirl, 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 swirl. Ah. Oh, yeah. So I don't get mad at the people. I get mad at the system who sent them. Because obviously they feel like they have the right. Somebody told them to do it. They probably don't even want to. Half of my perps, I look at their faces. They don't even want to be partaking. They don't. You know? So why do the people who organize this, why do you think you're above the law? You know? Who who did why do you think that? Whatever. Somebody must have told you. Somebody told you this is okay to do. It's not. This is not okay. It's torture. All right. So, what else? Yeah, why don't you guys just fight and stalk each other? You got more. There's nothing. You're not going to get nothing out of me. It's more fun when it's a right. Why do they hurt kids? Why ask why, right? Okay. Anyways, so I'm taking a walk, trying to live my normal life. I'm seeing perps, and it's kind of irritating me a little bit, or what I think to be, and after years of being targeted, and they make it obvious. Okay, for instance, like I said, a normal car at an intersection, after the light goes, they're gonna go. These people, they'll wait. They'll wait sometimes 2 lights. People are honking. You know what I mean? Like it's a nervous energy, and I don't like. I already have. Sometimes I can have a nervous baseline, so I don't like any extra nervousness. Like what? What? But that's this program. It's aggression, actually. It's no touch aggression. That's a way to put up the aggression, make things nervous, right? And that's the opposite of peace, which the Bible promotes peace, right? Jesus said, I leave you in peace. No, these people are opposite. Satanic energy. Nervous. Why? If you're nervous for a reason, okay. But there's no reason. If there's a problem, ask me. Really simple. Especially people with that much power. You don't have to do all this. What the heck do you want? All right. So, anyways, I got one guy, right, and he's driving by. Mind you, it's 7 o'clock in the morning, and he's got music with a lot of bass. Boom, boom. That kind of be loud. You don't need, first off, and driving through a quiet neighborhood. But other people were doing it too with the loud mufflers and the tow trucks, slamming the gas, and motorcycles, gang, 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 gang. It's a neighborhood. Again, that nervous energy. It's early in the morning. Yeah, there's sounds of life, right? We're waking, we're making breakfast, we're walking. But that nervous it was aggression is what it was. And that's what this program, it's very covert like that. They hide it, you know what I mean? Like, oh, we weren't being aggressive. We were just, no, you're driving past playing filthy loud music. And it's filthy. The lyrics were filthy, as a lot of rap music can be. It is. I used to listen. I know I get it. I know. And I know that it's not the people that actually are performing the music that come up with it. It's obviously a bigger, the people that are promoting it and financing it. Okay. That's the real problem. Because the music is filthy. It promotes, it encourages, some of this music. It encourages violence. It encourages sexual, deviance. You wonder why so many people are why our society, we're full of single women and, baby daddies instead of husbands. Well, listen to the music. All sexy, sexy. Nobody talks about waking up with a baby at 2 o'clock in the morning. Oh, that's real sexy. Right? Pop them, you shake it. Okay, what about marriages over years? It's not always sexy. But that's a, demonic energy. So that's what irritated me about it. And some music more, and again, I don't blame the performers. It's the ones who allow it to be marketed. I know where the real problem lies. So, okay, whatever, right? But I'm like, this dude in the morning, I'm like, turn down your music. Can you turn it? He's like, what? I'm like, can you turn down the music? He's like, no. And then I'm like, it's early in the morning. What are you doing? He's like, I can play whatever I want. I said, actually, you can't, because there's a noise ordinance. So technically, I could call the cops. But, don't be a Karen. I'm not a cop caller. I'm not a snitch, which I think he was. Because if you're a perp, you were told to come do this. So you're a snitch. Okay, so I didn't say that, but I'm thinking that. I said I could call the cops, but I'm not going to. I'm not. I'm not trying to get nobody in trouble. But at the same time, you're being a snitch, and I don't like it. I see what you're trying to do. I see you're doing aggression towards me. It's just aggressive behavior. Driving through a quiet neighborhood with the music blaring. Same thing when the motorcycles do it. Same thing when the cars are speeding through when they know the speed limit. Same thing. But this guy, chip on his shoulder. Black fella, and he goes to me, you're a racist whore. I'm like, okay, there you go, pulling that card. If I'm a woman, I'm a whore, right? I haven't, no, not to mind you, he's probably more of a whore than me, playing that filthy music. He's probably out here without a wife, fornicating, probably got kids all over, no marriage. I don't even have anybody by choice, and I don't, not saying that I'm on a high horse, I'm just saying I could, but I don't. So to call me that, it's like, okay, but that's what women are called. No matter what, you could be married 100 years and have slept with only one man, and that's how men try to get you. You know, you're a whore. Okay, fine. You're actually the whore, but okay. And then what? Oh, racist. That card too he pulled. Now, I understand why he said that to me. It kind of ticked me off, but I understand why he said it. He was thinking because he was playing black music, right? Um, it wasn't necessarily that either, though. Although black music, and again, it's not the performers, it's the ones who market it. It is tends to be a little bit more sexual than regular music. You know what I mean? Early in the morning, you know, and a little more violent. But you know, there's heavy metal and stuff like that. That's borders on being, you know, it's satanic. Like they sing lyrics that are very, you know, occult right there. So and it's horrible, you know, just so. I just didn't like the music, and I thought it was inappropriate for driving through a neighborhood early in the morning, and he knew it. He knew it. You know, don't. That's why it gets me mad too. Like, don't argue with me. You know you're in the wrong, so why are you gonna argue about it? Yes, okay, sorry. Even though, and what makes me mad is that I have to actually say it. Why do I have to say it? You're a grown adult. You know better. You know that's not appropriate early in the morning. The neighborhood is quiet. This is not a festival. It's not a Saturday night or a Friday night. Okay, then, you know, at night. Fine. Before, you know, whatever. Later on the weekends. Whatever. I sound like a Karen, right? I don't care. That's you know what, when people do that Karen thing, that's a form of slander. That's racist. Whatever. So, you know what, I'm not, obviously. But it was I just thought, okay, you're pulling that card. You know what I felt like calling him? I felt like saying, you're a snitch. You're a racist to the human race. You know, you're out here following orders to target people, torture, harass people based on who told you to do that? So you're worse than a racist. So don't even get on your high horse. But I know again why he said that. It was because he thought it was his music was, you know, rap music or black music or whatever. But no, it would irritate me if it was inappropriate no matter what kind of music. Although, you know, that rap music is a little bit more violent. Whatever, okay? So anyways, he can go away thinking, you know, I'm not real. And he knows, though. And maybe he wasn't a perp. Maybe he wasn't. I think that he was. You know, just the way it played out. You know, the neighborhood's all quiet. Here he comes. He looks like he doesn't even live in this neighborhood. You know what I mean? No offense. He does, you know, just sent out. You know, they do that. These perps, they'll get a message on their phone. Go drive by, you know, and they'll tell them the street that the target's on, right? Because they track you with your phone or whatever through GPS. And they'll tell them to go, you know, find you and drive past you and, you know, honk the horn or do something aggressive. So instead of him realizing he was in the wrong, of course not, right? And so then he proceeded to call me names. A racist whore. No and no. Whatever. So yeah, again, I don't, you know, this goes to all my perps too. I'm not all the way mad at you. I'm somewhat mad at you for not being stronger, for not saying no. But I understand that my name has been slandered. Some of my perps, when they're attacking me, they actually think they're doing a good job. They think they're helping. You know, that I'm this bad person. No, you've been told a lie. So, whatever though. I get it. I'm not mad at the perps. I'm mad at the people who are sending them. Stop sending them! But of course you're not, right? We're in a spiritual warfare, huh? Okay, fine. I'm gonna keep praying. I'm gonna keep doing this day. But that's a little insight to the day in the life of a targeted individual. Now I get to go to work, so I have to I have to go into work mode. But you know how that is. You gotta do what you gotta do. So you guys have a good day, everybody. Targeted individuals, you understand. I'm here. I'm living through it too, so I know it's horrible. It really is. But you'll survive. We'll survive it, hey? All right, until later, I'll do some more videos. I'm going to talk about reviews on some cool products I found, cool, inexpensive products, and some more stuff. Okay, some interesting stuff. So stay tuned. Hope you guys have a good week. Thank you. Bye.